and everyone had a great semester so far. So my name is Emily Selesky. I'm here to share with you my career video presentation. So a little bit of my personal statement. When I was little, I was always incredibly outgoing and full of life. I always knew I wanted to work with people, but I wasn't sure which direction I wanted to go in. I knew I loved to lead and to coach those around me, and I wanted to put that into good use one day. When I started out at Manchester Community College, I knew I wanted to go towards a psychology route, and then my advisors at MCC, they took me and my classmates on a trip to the Hartford, which is a big insurance branch, and I found out about human resources. And that is where I wanted to put my love of coaching and people to good use. From this course, I learned how to create a LinkedIn. With this, I can network with many different companies and organizations. I learned how to dissect my short-term and long-term goals and to kind of figure out where I want to go in life, whether it's something short-term or long-term, acknowledging my strengths and my weaknesses, teaching me a little bit about my self-awareness, and lastly, developing my communication skills through my discussion posts. And when we did the mock interview, I learned so much about my communication skills based on that activity. So one significant accomplishment that I believe has drastically changed me as a person, I didn't take WEL310 at Bay Path University, but I did take a first-year experience course at my community college, hence why I was excused from WEL310. I grew to be very hardworking and motivated from my first-year experience course. My teacher told us about a book called Tuesdays with Morrie, and I encourage everybody to read that book. It has significantly changed the way that I talk to my professors. It has changed the way that I view the world, and just I can't say anything more about that book other than just everybody has to read it. It's such an amazing story, and it just taught me so much about what I want to do with my life, and it also just taught me about my goals and my motives. Taught me how to be a great leader, and just the difference of being a good manager and a good leader. And it takes a special person to be both. So for my learning and education path, I hope to pursue my master's degree once I graduate and get my bachelor's in IO psychology. I want to create better workplaces and foster employee satisfaction. While going for my master's, I want to land a full-time job either through my internship at Perfect Care Inc. or through another counseling agency. I would also like to keep working and gaining experience while pursuing my master's. So, to me, when I hear owning your now, I strongly believe that it means just taking every single opportunity that comes my way and owning it in that moment. So for example, when I was doing the mock interview and they asked me about a failure and how did I learn from that, I don't like that question because I take every quote-unquote failure and I look at it as a professional setback. And to me, that is owning my now. Because as humans, we're prone to making mistakes and we're prone to failures. And how we can acknowledge that is owning it, owning our now. So for me, that is what owning your now is, and creating it in that moment. You can learn so much from your mistakes, and you can also learn so much from your achievements. So I hope this gives a little bit of insight to what it means to own your now. I want to thank you guys for listening to my